know, I couldn't figure out why people kept telling me to go to the Mall of America. Like, I know it's the biggest mall in America, but it's just a mall. They didn't tell me about this.
This is the Sunshine at the beginning of Soul Eater. He introduces all of the episodes, so it's pretty sweet. He's going to be carried around with us for at least one day, as long as it survives.
As long as it makes the car trip.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Yep.
Don't give up.
I would also say start wherever you want. Don't be like intimidated, because it's really easy to think, oh my gosh, senpai is never going to notice me. But you know what? You got to start somewhere, and everybody does. So.
And there's always going to be someone that, like, you're at a convention, you have the same costume, and you're going to think theirs is better, and you just want to quit at that point, because it feels like you're just not good enough.
But there's somebody else who's looking at your costume thinking that yours is better than theirs, so it's all about community, pretty much. Like, you just got to find the right people.
Support squad.
That's why we're doing this together right now, I think, you know. We have a group that's going to be together, and there's no accounting for accuracy in any of the costumes that we're doing, but it's because it's fun.
It's fine. Not too much.
We're dripping, and
it's fine. It's cheap.
The inside of this little secret is one of those like big bouncy balls from Walmart.
It's really good. Like this shoulder piece, I molded over the big one, and then there's this smaller one for boob armor.
You look good, dude.
Thanks, bro.
A relatively nice little. I picked up an extra big LCD TV, and so I was able to put a glass pane over it for drafting stuff.
Nice.
So
that's actually really smart. So this is basically your project that you started last year.
Yeah, this was my last year's project. Before that, I did a big gentleman cho'gath, which was more of a mascot costume than anything. It hardens after a few hours of curing time, and then you can I just use a Persona blade and carve it into the form I want. These are, the way my boots work for Garrus is, so I can put my feet in, I slip this over my knee, and then I apply this Velcro cuff around.
Oh, I see.
But what happens after wearing it for a couple hours, this will get crushed and wrinkled down.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to apply a layer of Worbla to the inside to keep this stiff, but still springy. The whole nerd culture becoming so popular is changing people's opinions. Like, I remember growing up in high school that if you liked anime, you were shunned, you were teased, and my sister suffered the awful brunt of that, but it's, developed her, and she's a very talented cosplayer and seamstress now.
It's my sock, don't worry, there's nothing. Woo!
It's his sock now.
Well, whoosh. Whoosh. Found out. Now, she only been doing this for, 2 years-ish?
It's about 2009 was the first time that I cosplayed, and I had to take a break for 2 years from Detour because of a trip to Japan and then a school event, so I didn't really pick it back up until about 2012.
Okay, so it's kind of really... Okay. So when you first found out about this cosplay thing, what were you thinking?
Growing up in an age where Star Trek conventions and knowing people that went there, it didn't surprise me. And for as much as she always loved Japan and the manga and the anime, having her interest in theater and the costumes and all that stuff, that also didn't surprise me. But I'm glad that it's something that she's interested in doing, and even though her husband isn't quite so interested in it, it's a passion of hers, and she's not letting it go.
Thanks,
Mom. I can't sew. I don't even have my own sewing machine. I've had to mooch off of 2 of my friends who've been very helpful, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'd love to teach you." So I was like, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." So
Is this one of the moochies?
Well, me? No.
No?
Katie's a sister, but I guess she is a moochie if you want to think about that because I'm getting you to help me with the wigs and stuff. So she cut the bangs on this and she cut the bangs on the wig for Chi. I mean, I figured that I could do it, but it probably wouldn't look very good if I did it. So, sorry.
No?
No. I thought that was your first costume.
No, my first costume was the one that I did with Shmuel and everyone.
Oh boy, that was back in the dark ages.
I know, right?
What was it?
Well, you did samurai.
You did?
Yeah. I didn't tell you about it because I thought it was kind of nerdy and I didn't want you to know.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously it worked because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was nerdy. I just thought it was odd.
Yeah, well that
Why?
kid really
Why would
thought
you do
that,
this?
Well, because I like plays and I like dressing up, so why wouldn't I?
Did you have a chance to actually go to one of these conventions and see for yourself?
I picked her up once, but that was the extent of it. And I've seen her practicing. The
skits? For the skit?
Practicing for the skit and practicing in the backyard for the Furniture Wars one, which was quite delightful.
Yeah, we decided...
That was quite... Her brother was IKEA. Guess what colors he dressed in?
He was
had this IKEA chair that he opened up and brandished like a weapon.
Here. So once I glue it on, you won't see any parts of the wood. These both are for the convention. These are just total made out of wigs and shoes, and there are the costumes. It's like I'm bringing 5.
5?
Yeah, 2 of them for panels. Basically, be thankful for the friends that you have, that you meet because of cosplay. I mean, before I went to conventions, I barely even had any friends. I only had probably like 1 or 2 I could name, but after going to so many conventions, I know so many people. And it feels great.
You know, it doesn't matter what your age. You can be 15 or you can be, I'm 45, Yancy's in his early 50s.
I'm 53,
and
yeah.
you know, you can start whenever you want. We started really late in life, but
we're going full force.
But I only see at Dragon Con or at Convergence is like my nerd family. So, you know, not everybody's going to be this level, and it doesn't matter.
That's what I was going to add.
If it's a Captain America hoodie and a foam sword or whatever, do whatever you do, whatever makes you feel good. Do it whatever level you want. This is not a competition. I'm kind of picky, and we just tend to do this. So we do it at this level because that's just
what you do.
It's not going to be anything less than this.
And I understand. I know people who are working on like 4 costumes at the same time, and I'm like, how can you do that? And when we first started doing this, I told Damon, I said, you can't come to me in 2 weeks and say you want a costume because that's not how I work.
And that's not how. That's one thing I want to know. I want to say too, which is different from what they on Heroes of Cosplay is. They were showing them folks making costumes in 3 or 4 days. That's not how it works, and people don't do that. These have been worked on and planned on. Strawberry Shortcake, any of our costumes is a 2 to 3 month process.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, every costume that I've made, except for the 5th Doctor, has been Damon's idea. He said, I think we should do, or I think you should do, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. And now we're doing more and more things where we're actually sort of like a pair, and I love that. I love that we can be, I mean, these things are sort of a pair, but they can certainly be separate too.
Oh, this is your Bible.
From the beginning.
So this is the design. Do you want to go grab that jacket? So here's...
You actually have that jacket at your house still. You wore it to MarsCon and haven't brought it back.
No, 5th Doctor fabric.
I've heard places where you can actually get
that's
fabric
the orange
printed.
other orange I was looking for her.
Wait, are these all specific from one store, or do you just... No, these are just...
This is Spoonflower. These are actually Joanne. This is S.R. Harris. That's S.R. Harris. This is...
So we usually do Joanne's or S.R. Harris.
Because we're going to Osseo, Minnesota to go to S.R. Harris, which is a giant fabric warehouse that cosplayers alike love and loathe at the same time because there's so much stuff, not enough money, and not enough space in your home.
This one's demon boob.
I get
That happens.
I get no pockets.
No. Yeah, well, we're not gonna
Your
make
pants are
because
gonna
your
stay higher.
pockets have just been covered by armor.
Yeah, they are gonna have to say.
About a group. Yeah.
Wait.
Person
work.
We can talk about it too.
Yeah.
Here.
Tell him what VersionWorks means.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so, hi, camera. We are going to explain to you in a very condensed version what the fuck is VersionWorks.
Beep.
Beep.
What
What
delayed
the?
reaction.
Censorship. Otherwise, what the heck is? What the heck? Beep. So, looking through my dad's ancient German to English dictionary, there is a German word for hellbent, which is versessen. Well, I, in my glee of writing it down or typing it out, I wrote Versen. And then we spell works the German way, W-E-R-K-S. So my thing became VersionWorks, and with the parody dubs became VersionWorks Presents.
It was always really funny to me how much our parents were advocates for the conventions that we were at, because they would sit there in the lobby and people watch, and other parents would come up to them and be like, what's going on? And they would like happily sit there and explain, oh, it's this thing.
It's this thing that
Well, my mom's an English teacher, and every time I go to a con, I email her pictures, and she like shows all her students.
Oh, my-
Like, she thinks it's really neat.
My mom always wants to see pictures, and a lady I used to work with, when I explained to her what I did, she's just like, can you send me pictures of your new stuff? I want to see pictures of your new stuff. And even the people I work with now, they're like excited to see the things that I do. And that's kind of sometimes the weirdest part, where it's just like, I'm a professional and I love my costumes, but some of them I won't quite feel comfortable showing to you in a work-based setting.
Is it? It's not totally meant.
No, it's clean
Oh
now.
wow! Look at that.
I made my cheap mannequin out of duct tape. Those are my props. Yeah, I made props for all my friends, my group actually. There's my ruby gun right there that I made.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's in there.
My giant two-handed sword. That's a prop working for a friend right now.
Are you a cosplay cat? Do you try to help him out with cosplay by sitting on his Eva foam?
Yep, she ended up scratching them, and I was like, oh no, oh.
You are so cute.
See, last year we had about 9 cons here. So, but they're not like big. They're like 3,000, 1,000 sometimes. So it depends. But I mean, Detour is the biggest one. 5,000. Sometimes it goes over because some people just kind of goes around. So you see like a lot of cosplayers.
Okay, so how many years have you been doing this?
I guess seriously in 2012. So like, I'm still a noob. So like, yeah, pretty much 2012. I think in April.
And your friend?
Oh, it's my little sister, by the way.
I'm sorry, your sister?
Yeah. She only started because of me, so
oh, she dragged you into it.
Forced. Yeah, last year. Yeah, she started last year because I made her a cosplay last year, and then we went to ASIN. Yeah, then we went to ASIN with a group of friends, and it was a lot of fun. So she kind of got into it, but then
I call myself an underground cosplayer.
She's casual. Yeah.
Just real casual.
Yeah, really casual. Yeah, only when we tell her to.
This is a quarter of the side that I have left on this part, but as you can see, I've been doing some work. So it's definitely been one where each side I can get probably 600, maybe 700 scales out of it if I'm working. I'm trying to conserve this one a little bit more because I also have to do some leather work for the axe scabbard and then also the sword scabbard if I get to it. I'll have handymen, musicians.
Everything?
Mom was a pianist and a singer. My dad was a drummer, but he's also been a mechanic. My mom's also a technical person, same as myself. I mean, I love technology, but I still love coming out to do this basic stuff. So yeah, coming into the lovely abode. That's all the preparation.
This is for all the for the
con. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm coming
right up here. 20 pounds of breakfast sausage. Tell me about it. And I had to prep all this. It's not fully done yet. This is about 10 pounds of pork tenderloin. This has all the sauces for steamed barbecued pork buns is what we're making on this. So this is one of 2. They've been marinating for about a day and a half. I'll be baking it tomorrow morning, getting it all prepped, and then it'll be sent up with my friend who will be coming over. It's a lot of food. It was expensive to do it, but $200 once a year to do this, I'm all for it. Especially when people make a convention. You can't have a convention without people. And this is just one way that me and my friend give back to the community that we love, we adore. We have family. My friend got married to his wife, who is also a cosplayer. They've been dating for years. And this is just the way we give back. It's just a way of saying, you guys make this convention how it is. We want to thank you for it.
Went to your studio. Okay, I'm going to call it a studio. I don't know what it is.
Cosplay has done so much for my life. Like, that sounds really like nerdy and weird, but it's done so much. Like, I've grown a lot over the last like 9-10 years. I mean, like, because you grow a lot from age 13 to 22. But I mean, I guess I've become more positive about myself as a person because of it, especially like body consciously. I used to have like lower self-esteem, but like dressing up and being fun, oh god, it's helped me get over stage fright so much. I mean, I still have terrible stage fright, don't get me wrong.